Hey, look at what I found. My old SAS survival guide. This is a really cool thing to have. I had this for years. I must have had this all the way going back to Michigan, maybe even Alaska. I had this for so many years. It had different sections for climate, terrain, food, it's survival, health. It's cool to have reference books like these around because, the grid goes down, you won't always have you won't have the internet. Hey guys, welcome back to the DimCAD channel. Today I want to talk about my spring cleaning. I want to go through some items I picked up when I was going through my property and just look for. I wasn't really looking for anything, but I came across some stuff that I can definitely use. And sometimes when you're into guns, you're into emergency preparation, you acquire things, and it can be a challenge keeping track of where everything's at. I know where most of the stuff is at, but then there's always an excess amount of stuff. So I want to talk about some of the stuff that I found, how useful I think this stuff is going to be, some of the stuff I might actually get rid of. So some of my thoughts on the various items. Okay, first I want to talk about guns. All right, I told you guys this is something I recently purchased. It's from T.rex, and I was sort of concerned that the loops weren't going to be big enough to handle this belt. So I actually decided to go with a belt. Actually, order a belt that's not as thick. But I also reached out to T.rex Arms, and they're actually going to send me some loops a little bit bigger than this one. And so I'm really excited about that. I really want to carry this. I have one for this one's for the Glock 21, which is right here. Now, the thing that grabbed my attention is how mag release isn't covered. And I didn't really give much thought to it. It does seem like a really efficient use of the Kydex. I didn't think that much about it, but I was sort of wondering because sort of used to holsters that cover up the mag. Just something I'm just used to. One concern could be that I might inadvertently drop the mag. It's definitely a concern. But then I thought, okay, how often has that happened when I had my Raven concealment holster? This doesn't cover up the mag release. And I never had a situation where it inadvertently dropped. Now there is a little opening right here, which today I don't know if I would really go with this one because I would be concerned that something might get in there. That would be a concern I would have with that one. It doesn't look like it's going to be an issue with this one. Everything's sealed up right here with the T.rex holster. And with this one right here, this one's actually made by Gearcraft. Something I bought a while ago. I usually don't go with designs or anything like that, but I decided to mix some things up. And here you can see it's also pretty much covered. All right, so here's a holster by Bravo Concealment. It's a Glock 17. Pretty good gun. Now this one doesn't have the magazine release covered either. Now there's an advantage to this. If you ever have to do a reload and one of your hands gets damaged in any type of altercation, it makes it a lot easier for you. You can leave it put the gun in the holster, put a new mag in there, and it just makes it easier for you to reload the mag. Just one option. Of course, there's other techniques as well, but it's just one option. I'm sure there's other reasons why they prefer not to cover the mag with Bravo and also with just an array of companies. But for me, I've never had an issue. I've never had an issue. And yeah, it just feels like a really good holster. Really different design from what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to carrying. Looking forward to it. Really appreciate their customer service, how quick they responded to me. So I'm still gonna rock this design. Can't wait till those bigger clips come in. I'm gonna use them. Somebody mentioned a leather holster, and yeah, I do. I actually went from nylon, which isn't a good idea, to just right on the Kydex. I want to show you the one leather holster I did purchase. This, of course, isn't a leather holster. This is something made by Vetter. This is for my HK USP 45. Healthy. Really good holster right here. Everything is covered, different design. And I should tighten it up a little bit. That's something I would do. I have a habit of being rough on these holsters. But anyway, I have a holster made by two Taggola or something. I don't know. But anyway, it is a leather holster. One of my questions will be about this area right here, opening right here. I'm worried about that debris might get in there. Still a pretty heavy trigger, so I'm not too worried about it. My biggest concern is how it just does this. Just who knows? I don't know. I would need something a little bit thicker and tougher if I want to go with a leather holster. That's the thing about the leather holsters. You can't really go too cheap with that. So I've got to get some quality stuff. Something to keep in mind. But so I'll probably end up. I found this while I was doing my spring cleaning. I might end up throwing this away. I probably will. But that's my question to you guys as far as guns, as far as holsters. Do you prefer the mag release actually be covered up or not? What are your thoughts? Okay, I'm gonna go over some items that I actually found. Wow, I was doing my spring cleaning. I'm definitely gonna hold on to this. This is a water filtration kit. Even comes with some. I put some pills in here. I don't know. Is this even still fresh? That's a question. Safety seal. I'm gonna see if this stuff actually expires, because it looks kind of weird to me. Might be trying to buy a new one. But anyway, the filter I can definitely use. It's made by Kaodyne. I bought this years ago. I bought some stuff since then, simpler designs, but any water filter you can hold on to is a really good idea. So anyway, what else did I find? Uh, I found some ammo just laying around. Some little bit of federal. Sometimes when you put like 13 rounds in a magazine, you have some spare rounds left over. Just leave them in little boxes. This is a full box right here. I'm actually bring this one to the range tomorrow. I've been looking for these things right here. These are snake bores. Probably for the 7.62 by 39 and the 223. So I'm definitely gonna hold on to these. Keep this around. I know where I'm gonna put this stuff at. I actually have more than one, but just a thought. I actually came across some batteries for my AR, my optic for one of my ARs. So I was wondering what happened to it. Oh, there it is right there. This flashlight I bought from Rural King, sort of a reminder of Kentucky. Yeah, you definitely want to hold on to your flashlights. So I'm gonna try to put this in different bags. I already have different flashlights in different bags. I might just have a spare flashlight. I know I have one in my vehicle. I might just have a dedicated flashlight just for the vehicle, not just the bag. I have one in my bag in my vehicle, but I might keep this in the vehicle, away from the bag. Just a thought. Okay, potassium iodine pills. I do have some. I bought some more, but I forgot where I put them at because I moved from Kentucky to Georgia, so I forgot where it was at. This stuff right here, these are zip ties. I don't have an exact reason for this. It just seemed like a good idea when I bought it at the time. I have different sizes of zip ties. I do remember getting the strongest ones that I can get at this point. 50-pound strength. So you might be able to use this to secure certain items. I wouldn't say they're like handcuffs or anything like that. I wouldn't go that far, but this will keep things in place in case things break. So these are some of the things that I have found doing a little spring cleaning. It's important to get rid of the stuff you really don't need, and don't just let stuff pile up. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Are you going to be doing any spring cleaning, going through your emergency preparations? Look through your freeze dried foods, because if you have a freeze dried pouch, it may have a hole in it. And even though they're designed to last 25 years, I moved from Kentucky to Georgia. A lot of stuff got moved around. I found one bag that was actually punctured. So look over that stuff. Make sure everything is in really good working order. Make sure you go over all of the canned goods and stuff like that. So that's also important as well. Holsters, man, I must have spent I know well over $1,000 on holsters alone. I mean, the amount of easily well more than that, because I've been buying a lot of Kydex holsters. I mean, maybe I should show you all the different Kydex holsters I have at this point. Well, you don't need to see that, but so anyway, just do an inventory of the stuff you have and make sure you can get to it when you really need it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And don't forget, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today.